Right, so today we're finally going to be flying the Apache. I'm just going to get the stream up, going. So it's just a simple one today. I'll show you where I'm taking off from and hopefully flying to. This thing's a bit of a beast. So learning it is becoming a little bit easier. Right, so we are sat in the Apache. We're a two-ship today. My second guy is over there, just spooling up now. So we're in the longbow configuration with the radar on the top of the rotors as well. Just taking rockets and a couple of missiles. Everything is stowed. So we are sat at Camp Bastion and we're going to be heading down southeast to Lashkar, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to head to Lashkar, which could be interesting once I get this thing powered up. So power on, wait for this to spool up. This is just the communications unit kicking in. I can talk to the ATC and the ground crew. Ground crew, to be fair, I can just talk with the window open. But we'll get into the iHads for a minute. APU coming on. You can hear the other one spooling up over there as well. Shut the canopy down. I've been waiting a little bit to do a video on this because since the last update in DCS there's been a bit of an issue with the head tracking. It's kind of binding in the center point for some reason, but at the moment it seems good. So the APU power is on. So I'm going to get the co-pilot booted up.
Copy. TADS power coming on.
And I'm going to need to turn that on. Primary display lights.
TADS is foresighted. FCR startup in progress.
Foresight my targeting system.
Starting on the RLWR.
Cool, right.
Startup complete.
Exterior lights on, formation lights, signal lights. We'll put floods on for now. Standby instruments, which is just the backups, which is these. So this isn't the correct checklist, this is just the way I do it to get it going. Ricky tick. So engine 1 is coming on.
FCR startup complete.
It's the FCR. Yeah, the fire control radar is the dome on the top of the rotors. I don't think, yeah, you can see it there. 25%. Cool. Right, so engine 1 can go from off to idle. And you'll hear that start kicking in the first stage. Blades will spin up. Which is quite loud in the external views. Okay, so engine 1 is at 67 ng, which is good. Give that a couple of seconds. And get engine 2 up and running. Once that engine note changes, we're good to go on engine 2. Stabilize. Yeah, it's good. Engine 2 is stabilized, so that can come up. So what I'm doing is bringing that from idle onto, from off onto idle. So that's kicking in both engines, which will spool up together in a minute. Is he going to move? Or I'm going to have to tell him to put his finger up. Flight, rejoin formation. Try it in a minute. It's having issues. Cool, so now both engines are spooled up and at 66-ish. I can bring them up to flight power level. It's a bit quick. Right, APU is coming off. Just had a message from the guy at work. He's actually been to Afghan, so this is dedicated to him. So the map, I'm going to run the usual digital map with the aircraft elevation setting as well, so I can see. So the white stuff is good, that's either at my level or below. The amber stuff is kind of a little bit high, and the red stuff I need to be careful of. So this is where the issue's been after the update. So this monocle you can see in front of me is the targeting monocle. When I'm up and running and I've got the system armed, the gun will follow where I'm looking. The issue is coming where I turn on the night vision mode, which is the FLIR mode as well. It drops the FPS of the game, or the sim, quite substantially. This is only really used at night time, but with this I can see through, because of these sensors that are mounted here and a few external, I can see through the cockpit, through the bottom of the aircraft, which is how they can hover over stuff and shoot down. When I get up and running, I'll show you how much the gun can move. It is quite substantial. It doesn't move up very much, but it moves left and right quite a bit. 120 degrees, and I think it's 60 degrees down. I may be wrong on that. So I'll get rid of that. That seems to be holding a lot better actually, which I'm happy about. So we'll go to weapon. We're going to stick that on TADS for now. The co-pilot's going to be taking control of that. I'm just going to be worrying about flying. What else do I need? So we're at fly. APU is off. External lights are on. Canopy is closed. Looking good. So waypoint 1, which is Lashkar airfield, is 4 kilometers away. So heart brake is off, bringing up to 30% power. We're good to taxi. I tend to leave the tail wheel locked actually because it's easier. Because I don't have pedals. I've only got the HOTAS set up.
2, rolling. In field 1, request takeoff.
So we're just going to hold at this line here for 2 seconds. Yeah, we'll hold here, let the second guy come over. Just going to go external view quick so it might be loud. So this is still in the early levels of me learning this thing. The book on this thing is about 600 odd pages, I think, and that's just the stuff they let you know. A lot of stuff I'm picking up through YouTube videos from the Grim Reapers and stuff like that. So this is the heliport section of Bastion. The main base is kind of over in front of us there. It's got the main airfield, which you'll see when I take off. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly, he's pretty close, so I'm going to get up in the air. That's 30. Ground steering on this thing is still a little bit of a fine art for me. Not quite got it down yet. Do a bit of a rolling takeoff. So we're not massively heavy. I've only got some Hellfires and rockets on. To navigation mode, and first the waypoint is over there. Right, so we'll get George up and running. George is my AI helper, sits in the front.
Wasn't gun.
So he's now free to fire. I'm gonna get him to do a point search just to kind of have a look about.
Scanning with TADS.
So that little cross with the hashes in it, as in not the complete cross, is where the gun is looking. So he's controlling that. He's just doing a sweep for targets. I can see what he is watching through this. And say this isn't the correct way of doing a lot of things, but this is how I am learning to do it at the minute. I'm slowly learning new things. The fire control radar is a complete voodoo for me at the minute. But we're getting there. So I can see what he's seeing through this screen down here. So if he finds a target, I can confirm what it is. He'll confirm anyway, but I can see exactly what he's targeting, and if I want to target that one, I can. Or I can get him to target something else. I'm just going to do a quick loop and let our guy catch up. So this is probably only going to be a short video today, DCS, but I had promised I'd do one, and I'm still learning, and I don't think you want to watch me catch all the time. So this is Bastion. Main runway is there. The heliport, which we just took off from, is over on the left hand side over here. So most of this is all gone now. Right, he's going to join on my wing in a minute. Also, you can see the gun is actually tracking to where the co-pilot's looking. Cool, right. Wingman's on, so we'll head off to Lashkagar.
And saved.
So he's completed his sweep, he's not found anything, so he's kind of safe in the gun now. So we are currently at about 64% power level, doing 70, nearly 80 knots, level flight. So I can engage some of the stability systems and trim the aircraft. Yeah, he's fixed on. So what I can do is tell him to, because we're heading over that way anyway, I'm just going to get him to train the gun over there.
Aircrafts are slaving. Don't be slaved.
So he's now looking where we're going. Those external views are good but loud. So yeah, basically that is the main arming. Don't need to worry about that at the minute. If I was on a multiplayer server, I'd probably be twiddling with the radios, getting the right radio setting. At the moment, everything is looking good. I had some real issues with stuttering during the week, but I'm quite happy now that it seems to be sorted. The Afghan map is quite FPS intensive because of all the detail on it. I mean, you can run the Caucasus map at any level, at any time of day, with any weather, and it will just hold. But with the Afghan map, you've got to be a little bit careful with it. Get her trimmed up a bit. That's the thing I'm struggling with the most, is the trim on this. Flying it's not an issue, it's getting it and keeping it trimmed. Because at the moment my acceleration cue is freaking off to the right and up somewhere. So I'm basically flying sideways at the minute. So we're going to do a TAD search quick. So he'll now search the forward area for targets. Not found anything. Get him searching.
Scanning.
Get him scanning again. So hopefully he'll pick up anything. Hopefully there isn't anything. Well, there may be a little surprise. With dropping some altitude. Oh, we have enemy. We'll go for an engage on that.
Laser on.
Where's he looking? He's looking over there somewhere. So as soon as I get in range, he should start opening fire. We'll also set Blight to engage as well. Engage ground targets.
Flight. Engage targets of opportunity. Roger. Engaging target.
He's going to start engaging. My wingman is going to start engaging some targets as well.
Negative. Out of range.
Right, we're not in range yet.
Rounds on target.
He started sticking missiles in already. Right, we're going to get some altitude. Don't know what's there. It looked like soldiers from what he was telling me. I can't. In fact, sod it.
Hellfire's up.
We'll get Hellfires on the go. Hellfire off.
Laser target destroyed.
Right. Oh Christ! There's 5 soldiers down. Okay. We'll do another
Searching.
search. In fact, I'm going to take control of the gun while he's messing around with the missiles. Just going to stick some rounds in that. Looks like a compound down there. Okay, so we're going to turn on that as well so I can see through the frame of the aircraft. Right, I have guns. So I can use that at night time or daytime. It's best used at night, to be honest.
And saved.
In position to the left.
Seeing anything else down there. I did kill a few soldiers with that missile that went in, and my wingman had a good pop at a couple of them. Looks like there might have been a vehicle down there as well. I'm gonna roll in and try and get the gun in parameter.
Rotor RPM low.
Aircraft's armed. Scanning.
Not picking anything up at the moment, so it might be good. See something burning down there. He's certainly, wingman's certainly not picking anything up, so I think we're okay now. Looked like a group of infantry with a technical anti-aircraft gun on it. And the size of it, anyway. Right, we'll head over to the airfield, I think. So this is Lashkar. Say it's all modelled really well in the game, in the sim. I've only really explored bits of it, I've not done the whole thing. I may take the Harrier up in one video just to kind of go around exploring stuff. It's a bit quicker. You get to see more.
Continue route.
2, roger.
Yes, this is the airfield in Lashkar. Looks like a bit of a compound over there to my left. Do a couple of orbits, see what my wingman's doing. Where he's disappeared off to. Oh, he's going into land, I think. So we'll keep overwatch on him while he's doing whatever he's doing. Flying backwards by the look of it. Ideally, I'd have probably liked to have landed in the compound, but if he's going to touch down over there, then I'll do the same. ATC.
Infield 1, inbound.
Enfield 1, fly heading 300, 40, QFE 27.03, runway 01 to pattern altitude.
Infield 1, request landing.
Where's he going? Oh, he's up there. What are you doing? It's supposed to land. Fly. Rejoin. Oh, I mean rejoin. Oh,
Flight, cover me.
2, affirm.
he can cover me
2,
while I land.
rejoin.
And saved.
Safe. Switch that off. Yeah, so I'm going to try and stick it down in the compound. I'll probably end up taking a tail off. Is my usual. Bin that off. Clear the trim. Stow the gun. What a nice little forward operating base here, to be fair. Could fill that with a few ground assets. I tend to take it steady on the way in because once I hit ground effect, stuff gets squirrely rather quickly. Turn the engine on, engine page on, the map on. Not sure which way the wind's going, if I'm honest. Could do with some smoke. Some speed. Only doing about 25 knots at the minute. A little bit of buffeting. Landing this thing, as soon as that starts hitting ground effect, it will suck me into the ground. Have to be careful. Prefer landing with a little bit of forward momentum rather than sideways.
DWASD.
But we have...
In field 1. Or takeoff.
We have landed. Cool, so turn him off. We'll bring the power down. I need to turn the APU on first. APU goes back on. You're just rejoining now. If you scroll back in the video a little bit, I had a bit of an engagement on the way over. I think one technical and a couple of insurgents, but we took care of them. So APU is on, so I'm going to bring the engines back down to idle. Let's stick the part brake on and roll away. So bringing the APU on, the auxiliary power unit just gives me power while I'm bringing the main engines down. It's not going to crash out the computers. Cool, so that's both engines on idle. Bring down engine 2 first. she's stopped. So engine 1 is coming down. It's coming down nicely. So I only know the basics on this, and I'm just kind of learning as I'm going at the minute, reading the manual. We'll go for a little bit longer, but I've got to go to work, pick a car up for a course tomorrow. Right, stick the rotor brake in. Slow them down. Switch that off. So APU can come off. That'll power down the screens but leave the communications up. Bit warm. He's landed over there somewhere. Why didn't you land over here? Oh, he landed at the proper parking spot. Absolute job's worth. Right. So that is the power off. You can hear the engines ticking down. A bit warm. So yeah, this is cool because it's a 2-player aircraft as well. I can use the AI George to control all the front seat, or I can jump into the front seat myself and I can control everything in here as well. Get M4. Yeah, so that little mirror, I can see the pilot behind me. These are the sensors for the iHads. Gives me the 360-degree kind of look round, and that's where you bore sight it. And I calibrate a gun to the headset. Engine control, power, collective, flight stick. I can take control of this, so I can sit in here and fly the aircraft at the same time. But I'm kind of just learning the pilot seat at the minute. I'll start learning the co-pilot and gunner seat. He gets an extra screen which is controls all of this here. This all slews round. That's slave to the headset, the monocle, and that'll move 120 degrees left and right. I think 20 degrees up and 60 degrees down. Same as the gun, I believe. Yeah, I've been picking up a little bit of a fun thing. I've been picking up some let me do it through the arm. This is the 12th Combat Aviation Brigade weathered skin. I have got you from that's the 2.6 Cav skin. This is a desert themed skin, which is the old, I can't remember what the Americans called it, but it was an old style desert camo skin. Have I got the British versions on here? No, I don't think I have. If I select UK as the, because this is a USA Apache at the minute, if I select it to be on UK, I get the British version schemes as well, paint schemes. I've got a couple of other game versions of it. There is Sand Sharks. That's an accurate one. N Troop. Where is the other one? So that's A Company Arcade. Some of these are real world, some of these are sim people that have done their own skins. Then I've got some anime ones. They're quite funny. Which one is it? Yeah, this one. So yeah, people are doing skins for these things all the time. So that's an anime skin. So I'm probably never going to use, but I thought it was quite funny. Ground crew. Rearm. So that the noises you're hearing are the ground crew rearming and refueling. So that's a Royal Navy skin based on the old Wildcat. It's like graphical glitches, obviously. The missiles are now blue and the dome is still blue. Probably need to change that back. Another skin. What else have we got in there? That's that one I had on a minute ago. That's a USMC. That one, I believe, without the, ignore the radar dome and the missiles. That is a genuine one from, I believe, the 90s. What I'll do, I'll take the dome and that off. That just looks silly. So we'll clear that, clear that, take everything off. They're going to start pulling the missiles off. So yeah, that's the Apache. So I'm learning the pilot side of things first, and then once I've got that laid down, for God's sake, look, got crayons. I like crayons. Don't eat them. So yeah, I'm going to learn the pilot side of things, and then move on to the co-pilot, because he's got the TAD, which is the target acquisition display system, I believe. He's got like the main functions of that. He can zoom right into other targets, see what's going on. So yeah, that's just a short video, show you the Apache. I have got the Harrier, the A10, and a few other bits and pieces, but with this sim you have to kind of focus on one at a time, because if you try and learn everything you'll just melt your brain. I wonder if I've got the manual for this. If I find the manual. Where do I put it? Yes, this is the manual for it. It's 687 odd pages. I'm probably at page, or maybe 50 odd, just the basic stuff. But it does go into the basics of how the helicopter operates, all the systems which work in the sim. So yeah, it's all good fun. Keeps me brain occupied. Yeah, thanks for anyone that's watched. Feel free to leave a comment. I wouldn't say like or subscribe because I'm not worthy of that at the minute. The content isn't good enough. But yeah, thanks for anyone that's watched or anyone that's going to watch in the future. There is a new update for The Last Caretaker, which I'm probably going to be streaming over the weekend, but I've sorted out the stuttering and that issues with DCS, so I'm going to be on this like a tramp on a sandwich. Because I do spend most of my time sat here, literally, in this cockpit, trying to learn stuff. Got the manual on my iPad as well. I'm constantly running through that. Need to kind of saturate my brain with it so I can remember stuff. Why have I still got missiles? Why haven't you taken my missiles off? Done half a job again as usual. Taken one rocket pod off. Just left the rest. Gone for a tea break. Cool. Right. Thanks very much again for watching. And I'll probably be online again later. I've just got to go pick a car up for tomorrow. So yeah. Thank you very much.